In my guaranteed over 50 plan with Sun Life, there's even a cash payout.
Nice one.
It's given me the confidence to look after myself. I've started learning jiu-jitsu.
Come on!
Search Sun Life Plan today and get a free gift card.
We should have left centuries ago.
It's okay. I'm with the AA.
Because the AA has more expert patrols in more places than anyone else, you'll be back on the road in no time. That's why millions of drivers choose the AA. Join today.
And now it's your chance to be a millionaire. Play now from just 50p or enter for free by post at winamillion.com.
Deborah, stop horsing around. Let's play Zebra Bingo. With branded bingo rooms like Fluffy Favourites Bingo, Deal or No Deal Bingo, and Clover Rollover Bingo. And more classic bingo games than you could shake your tail at. There's over £6.5 million in bingo prizes to be won every month on the Bingo Network. Come on, let's play Zebra Bingo.
Waitrose presents The Peace Offering. A tale of enemies becoming friends.
Just ask before you take my clothes.
I did.
You didn't.
I did.
You didn't.
Hello and welcome to this Thursday edition of the World Report, viewers. I'm Arjun Samar Mahindran. Let's take a look at what's making headlines around the world. US President Donald Trump has announced that his long-promised gold card was officially going on sale, offering legal status and an eventual pathway to US citizenship for individuals paying $1 million and corporations ponying up twice that per foreign-born employee. Now, a website accepting applications went live just as Trump revealed the start of the program, while surrounded by business leaders in the White House's Roosevelt Room. Now, it is meant to in fact replace the EB-5 visas, which Congress created back in the 1990s to generate foreign investment and had in fact been available to people who spend about $1 million on a company that employs at least 10 people. Meanwhile, here's my colleague Sakshi breaking what exactly is this golden visa. But before that, let's listen in to Donald Trump.
I have to say, they graduate from college, they have to go back to India, they have to go back to China, they have to go back to France, they have to go back to wherever they came from. Very hard to stay. It's a shame. It's ridiculous things. We're taking care of that. The companies are going to be very happy. I know Apple's going to be happy. And the other thing is it'll take in, we think, probably billions of dollars that will go to the Treasury of the United States. That will go to an account where we can do things positive for the country. So it'll be a great thing. We'll take in, I think, billions of dollars.
In a new chapter in the U.S. immigration playbook, U.S. President Donald Trump has launched the Trump Gold Card, essentially a visa based upon an individual's ability to provide substantial benefit, in his words, to the United States, and a fast-track route essentially to U.S. residency. So the Trump Gold Card is a premium residency program offering foreign applicants the prospect of permanent residence in the United States quickly, subject to stringent financial and security requirements. Now, according to an official government webpage, successful applicants will be granted U.S. residency in record time. Individual applicants are required to make a $1 million payment to qualify for the visa. In addition, all applicants must pay a non-refundable $15,000 processing fee to the Department of Homeland Security and successfully complete a comprehensive background check for all, really. Now, for businesses seeking to sponsor foreign employees under the program, the financial threshold is higher. Corporate sponsors must pay $2 million per employee, reflecting the commercial benefit associated with retaining specialized foreign talent, as it were. US President Donald Trump, of course, saying this was long awaited and saying that this is going to be a landmark, somewhat like the green card, but with big advantages in his words, telling business leaders they could go to any school, buy a card, and keep that person in the United States.
Stay with the US, which is pushing ahead with trade talks with India, with US Trade Representative Jameson Greer telling lawmakers that New Delhi has offered the best we've ever received as a country. Now, the negotiations center around expanding access for American farmers. The remark came just a day after President Donald Trump threatened fresh tariffs on Indian rice, accusing India essentially of dumping the product in the US market. Meanwhile, Washington already levies a 50% tariff on Indian goods. Viewers, Greer, meanwhile, said a US team is in New Delhi working through agricultural sticking points. Now, while India remains cautious on some crops, he also added that its latest proposals reflect a rare openness. My colleague Vishal Vivek joins us for more on this. But before that, let's listen in to what Jameson Greer, in fact, said.
In India to certain row crops and other meats and products. They're, like you said, they're very difficult nut to crack. I agree with that 100%, but they've been quite forward-leaning. The type of offers they've been talking to us about have been the best we've ever received as a country. So, I think that's a viable alternative market.
While every agreement has many dynamics, I can say with certainty both sides are committed to an early conclusion of the deal, early conclusion of the free trade agreement. Whether it happens in 1 month, whether it happens next week or next month, we will wait and watch.
Well, my colleague Vishal Vivek joins us for more on that. Vishal, you heard Greer there, you heard Piyush Goyal, India's Commerce Minister. Now, India was, interestingly, one of the first countries to, in fact, start discussions for an FTA or a trade deal agreement with the US. Multiple deadlines had been missed. It was a May deadline, then it became an October deadline. November is almost gone now. We are in December. What's the latest you're picking up here, and how much more time, realistically, do you think will it take to finally get a deal? And why, Vishal, does agriculture remain the key sticking point now?
Well, these are some really positive signs after a while, because we've had several rounds of discussions which have not yielded any results. And for the first time, we've heard from the US authorities in which they are clearly saying that this is the best offer they have received from India. So that's the highlight of the statement that we just played. It remains to be seen how long it will take to resolve this, because there are still some ground to be covered, because we've heard from both the sides now in the last 1 month particularly that they are positive about the talks. They are really hopeful that they will be the FTA will be finalized, but there's still no timeline. Piyush Goyal himself just moments ago he said that it could be the next week, it would be within a few months. So we don't know when exactly these differences will be ironed out. But this is a departure from the last few months, wherein there was direct attack almost from the US side on a daily basis, wherein the trade advisor, wherein the financial advisor of the Trump administration, they had made it almost a routine to attack India on all fronts almost. So that has stopped, and they have resorted to the old ways, and they have realized that India is a big partner and they need India. So India, as you rightly mentioned, is quite stringent when it comes to the agricultural side. PM Modi has clearly stated that he has the interest of the crores of farmers across India, and he won't budge on that. So that is the main sticking point. The US wants an entry into the Indian market. It's a huge market. US would love to enter this market and reap some benefits. That is what India is against. India wants Indian farmers to benefit from Indian market. So what happens on that front, that will only decide when the deal is finalized.
Well, it's clear from the ongoing negotiations, India, New Delhi are not ready to even spare a quarter when it comes to the rights of our farmers, our country's agriculture, and moreover, Vishal, our national interest. Meanwhile, thank you so much for putting us up to speed with the latest there. We stay with the US, where US President Donald Trump has said that the country has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela as tensions, of course, keep on mounting with the government of President Nicolas Maduro. Using US forces to take control of a merchant ship is incredibly unusual and marks Trump administration's latest push to increase pressure on Maduro and both Venezuela, who has in fact been charged with narco-terrorism back in Washington. Now, the U.S. has built up the largest military presence in the region in decades together and has also launched a series of deadly strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific Ocean as well. This campaign is facing growing scrutiny from Congress. However, we get your reaction.
La República Bolivariana de Venezuela denuncia y repudia enérgicamente lo que constituye un robo descarado y un acto de piratería internacional anunciado de manera pública por el presidente de los Estados Unidos, quien confesó el asalto de un buque petrolero en el Mar Caribe.
Nobel Peace Prize winner Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado on Thursday arrived to greet a crowd from a balcony of a hotel in central Oslo. Machado was absent Wednesday from the ceremony in Norway in which she was to receive this year's Nobel Peace Prize award. But confirmation that she was traveling to Europe elicited mixed feelings in her country. Now, that's where many backed her precisely because she had not left her homeland. Machado's daughter, meanwhile, accepted the award on her behalf in a ceremony that became a rally cry for democracy and equally an indictment of Venezuela's government, with attendees also hearing in detail documented human rights abuses carried out against real or perceived opponents of President Nicolas Maduro. Meanwhile, back home in Venezuela, President Nicolas Maduro went to the streets on Wednesday and marched with supporters through downtown Caracas just hours after opposition leader received the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, Maduro appeared on stage after walking with supporters singing a new song based on the classic song of Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Maduro mocked Maria Corina Machado, calling her in derogatory terms and saying they filled the Nobel Peace Prize with blood and war. Here's Maduro.
Cuando me llegaron las imágenes en la ciudad de Oslo, ustedes han ido a Oslo varias veces, de Noruega, una rueda de prensa de las personalidades más importantes del Comité de Paz de Oslo, rechazando que se llenara de sangre y guerra el premio Nobel. Me impresionó ver tan importantes personalidades de la vida en Noruega y del Comité de Paz de Oslo opinando contra la agresión militar de Estados Unidos a Venezuela, contra la nazifascista criminal de la Sayona y retirándose de los actos llenos de sangre que se pretendieron hacer hoy.
And this year's Nobel Peace laureate spoke at a lavish banquet following Wednesday's awards ceremony in Stockholm. Now, the award ceremony in Stockholm coincided with the anniversary of the death of Alfred Nobel, the wealthy Swedish industrialist and, in fact, the inventor of the dynamite who founded the prizes to begin with. Listen in.
I urge our leaders to act. Scientists are not asking for privilege, but for possibility. Support their curiosity, remove barriers, protect academic freedom, welcome global talent. And on climate, the hour for collective action has already arrived. The science is here. What we need now is courage. Courage scaled to the enormity of the task. So we may gift the next generation not only carbon capture, but a planet worthy of their hopes.
On October 6th, while I was desperately trying to sleep through the 1 a.m. scam calls from Sweden, and Fred, high in the backcountry of Wyoming, was blissfully unaware of the worldwide excitement that was brewing, Shimon had the good sense to live in a time zone with more working hours that overlapped those in Sweden. And he took that call in a timely fashion. We are deeply honored by this recognition of our discovery of the key driver of peripheral immune tolerance, which is required to maintain immune homeostasis.
I thank all my publishers and translators. I thank the building of the Swedish Academy and the dear light falling into that room as the final decision was being made in the awarding of this year's Nobel Prize in Literature. And I give my thanks to Uncle Kerekes, sexton of the Romanian Orthodox Church and cobbler, who is no longer among the ranks of the living.
At least one person was reported killed in a massive fire that spread through an indoor market in the Russian city of St. Petersburg on Wednesday. Videos from the scene showed flames billowing into the evening sky through the roof of the market. Now, Russia's Ministry of Emergency Situations has reported that 100 people were in fact evacuated from the area as firefighters battled the inferno. We get you more.
Учитывая скорость распространения пожара, горючую загрузку, интенсивность распространения пожара, выделение продуктов горения, привлекались дополнительные силы и средства, в том числе и передвижная химическая лаборатория на место пожара. Общая площадь пожара составила 1500 квадратных метров, было задействовано 26 единиц техники, 96 человек личного состава.
Tens of thousands of people joined massive protests in major cities around Bulgaria on Wednesday, accusing the government essentially of sponsoring widespread corruption. That's right, viewers. Now the demonstrations, in fact, come after last week's protest wave was sparked by the Bulgarian government's budget plans for higher taxes, increased social security contributions and, of course, spending increases. The protesters' demands have since expanded to include calls for the centre-right government of Prime Minister Rosen Salok to resign. Meanwhile, in capital Sofia, protesters gathered on the central square between the buildings of the parliament, the government and the presidency. Chanting resignation and mafia, they called on the minority coalition cabinet to step down. Listen in.
Се надяваме нашите действия да имат смисъл. Това, което мога да кажа от себе си, че ние няма да спрем. Ние сме готови да продължим с активни протестни действия. Ние обединяваме студенти из цяла България. С нас се свързват студенти от много български родове, студенти български в чужбина и ще може да се видите какво ще направим с активните си протестни действия. Но от нас зависи ние в момента да разградим този порочен модел на Борисов и Пеевски и заради това е създадено това обединение.
Viewers, learning the tango in Buenos Aires is a must for tourists, but a gender imbalance at the milongas often leaves women without a partner. Now, the solution has been taxi dancers. That's right. Now, tourists are hiring these professional dance partners to guarantee a night on the floor, a partner, creating a new scene in the city's legendary tango community. Andre Riquel, meanwhile, rests her head against her partner's temple as they glide across the floor, although the 69-year-old French woman is in fact taller and older than any young dancer. They move in perfect harmony. Riquel is attending a session at the Che Tango Premium, where she enjoys 2 hours of non-stop dancing with hired professionals, also known as taxi dancers. Listen in.
Es un regalo poder sentir un abrazo diferente. Cada persona dirá algo diferente. Ni un baile es igual como el otro. Es interesante, muy interesante.
And well, with that, it's time for us to tango into a break now. Much more lined up on the other side. Don't you go anywhere.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them.
Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
Buy now with up to 12 months to pay. Sofas and smartphones, cozy duvet. 12 months to slay with VeryPay.
Shop now, plus get up to 12 months to pay with VeryPay and pay no interest. Search VeryPay. Very, let's make it sparkle.
Shop the best presents at Boots with 3 for 2 on hundreds of incredible gifts across skincare, makeup and more. Gift happily ever after. Boots.
Children don't start wars. They don't drop bombs or fire rockets, but they suffer. They get hurt. And too many children die. So, after one of the worst years we've ever seen, we're asking if you can pick a side, the side of children everywhere, by supporting Save the Children with a monthly donation. We might look at a crisis and feel overwhelmed. If it feels too complex or too political, you wonder if you can make a difference. But you can. Lana's story is proof of that. She was the first baby born in our emergency health unit in Gaza. Her mum had lost her home and was living in a tent when she went into labour, and our team helped her give birth safely. But days later, Lana became dangerously ill with sepsis. We treated her with antibiotics and round-the-clock care. And against incredible odds, this newborn baby in Gaza survived. Lana survived because help reached her. But right now, as you watch this, thousands more children urgently need food, medicine and care. Your £5 a month can help us save lives. Please, act now, because children need you to pick their side today. Search Save the Children to give £5 a month.
Just sorted my guaranteed over 50 plan with Sun Life. There's even a cash payout. Nice one. It's given me the confidence to look after myself. I've started learning jiu-jitsu.
Come on!
Do you need a doctor? Oh, no. With Sun Life, there's no medical questions.
Search Sun Life Plan today and get a free gift card.
Welcome back, viewers. The U.S. Federal Reserve, or the U.S. Fed, has decided to lower the target range for the federal funds interest rate by 25 basis points to 3.5 to 3.75%, making its third rate cut this year. Now, the latest move was widely anticipated, making it the third rate cut in a row since the Federal Open Market Committee monetary policy meeting in September. Fed statement also noted moderate economic expansion, a high unemployment rate, elevated inflation, and more recent indicators consistent with those developments. Listen in.
With today's decision, we have lowered our policy rate 0.75 of a percentage point over our last 3 meetings. This further normalization of our policy stance should help stabilize the labor market while allowing inflation to resume its downward trend toward 2% once the effects of tariffs have passed through. The adjustments to our policy stance since September bring it within a range of plausible estimates of neutral and leave us well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
Shanghai-based Agibot hit a new production milestone on Wednesday as its 5,000th general-purpose embodied robot, the Lingxi X2, rolled off the assembly line. Viewers, now the achievement signals a major step in scaling up China's homegrown humanoid robots and marks their shift from technical validation towards full commercial deployments. Now, Agibot is the first company in Shanghai to achieve large-scale humanoid robot production, reflecting the city's push into embodied intelligence, a sector that now accounts for 1/3, in fact, of China's total robotics output. Updates from the world of sports, viewers, where Team India women's vice-captain and star batter Smriti Mandhana made her first public appearance since the wedding with Palash Muchal was called off at an event in New Delhi on the 10th of December. Now, just days after announcing to call off the proposed wedding to Palash Muchal, Smriti Mandhana said one truth has become clearer to her, that anything else over the past 12 years, there is nothing she cares about more deeply than cricket. Listen in.
Have those sort of discussions where we are disagreeing to something. That means we are not passionate enough to win the match for the team. So we do definitely have those sort of discussions. I wouldn't again say it's arguments. I would still term it as discussions because I mean, of course, we have to select the best 11. We have to decide if we are batting first or bowling first, and everyone has their own opinions about how we'll win the match. I don't think anyone is correct or wrong. They have their own thought process that how would we win the match for the country. But I don't see ever that the discussions goes into arguments.
And finally, viewers, Grammy-winning singer Tyla recently marked her first appearance in India at the India Sneaker Festival 2025. Now, the water crooner headlined the event, performing a 60-minute pop spectacle for her fans on the 7th of December at Mumbai's MMRDA grounds in the Bandra Kurla complex. Now, apart from Tyla's electrifying performance, the highlight of her India visit was, in fact, undoubtedly the sari-inspired ensemble she wore. Now, this outfit, the ensemble as it's called, was designed by 23-year-old fashion influencer Nancy Tyagi. We leave you with this report. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Make me water.
Well, the South African singer definitely blew everyone away. Tyla on her visit to India, where she performed at the Sneaker Festival in Mumbai and rocked a sage green sari-style ensemble, leaving the internet breathless. The outfit was made by none other than fashion's rising star, designer and influencer Nancy Tyagi, who has climbed up from her fabric trips to Delhi's Selampur market to the Cannes red carpet. Tyla even called Nancy her twin because of the striking resemblance. Tyla finished her look with a delicate heart pool and a statement choker, mixing Indian aesthetics with a bold modern twist. This stylish sister collab has won everyone's heart. The water hitmaker performed for over an hour, a medley of her hits, and the crowd swayed to her sizzling moves. Mayank Chaudhary, NDTV.
I like making sure I've got all the right tools for the job. And now that I'm 50, that means looking after the life I've built, protecting my life if anything happened to me. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. They're the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period, unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years for full cover. With Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. And you're covered for the whole of your life. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Learning more couldn't be simpler. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team in just one phone call.
Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period and no annoying trips to the doctors either. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Cover Today has given me genuine peace of mind. And now that's done, I can get on with something much more interesting.
To find out more about Cover Today, call our friendly UK team on 0808 143 4733 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
تنيس جلع وجعل تنهدى شيء حمسني واقف أنا أخواتي بيموتوا من الجوع ما شو تغذية كمان بيغوا بالليل بيبكوا من الجوع يعني ما بنحسن يعني نعمل لنا أكل أيام كتل ولم فلا من قهر فين مليون جنيه فين مليون يا شغل.
For Khaltoon, Tariq and Basira, seeing their siblings suffer from malnutrition is heartbreaking. They are among millions of children caught in a worsening hunger crisis. Across the world, families are struggling to find food because of conflict, displacement, and extreme weather. Your £5 a month can help us provide life-saving food and medical care to help families with lasting solutions to beat hunger. No child should go hungry, so please donate today. Please search Save the Children or visit savethechildren.org.uk to give £5 a month. Thank you.
Our first year as a family flew by. And now, I want to make sure he'll be financially protected for all his birthdays to come. That's why I'm calling Smart Insurance.
Hi, how can I help?
Hi, I'd like a quick quote for family life insurance.
OK, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age. And you can trust us to help with the here and now with free health and wellbeing services.
That's good to know.
If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. And with a #1 ranking by Fairer Finance and an excellent rating on Trustpilot, we guarantee straightforward, award-winning service you can trust.
That's great.
And because your family's peace of mind matters, our claims process is designed to be as supportive and stress-free as possible. Plus, 10% cashback on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. You'll also get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Protect the life you've built the smart way. To get a free quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0800 298 5802 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
Besides, at the regular spot where for more than 100 years the lamp has been lit near the Uchippilliyar temple. The court ordered twice. First, the temple administration had refused to do so, citing law and order problems. Later, the police invoked prohibitory orders in Madurai, in Tirupparamkundram, when the court ordered the petitioner to light the lamp himself, taking police escort from the CISF. Even that didn't happen. The next day, the police ordered the petitioner to do that with the help of the local police at that time too. The police could not enforce it, citing law and order. And the Tamil Nadu government has now moved an appeal which will be heard on Friday. The court also had initiated contempt proceedings, which the Tamil Nadu government has challenged in the Supreme Court. The Tamil Nadu government argues that for more than 100 years, the lamp has been lit at another point which local devotees and local communities accept, and any change would offend their sentiments. And this is what Karthi Chidambaram had told my colleague Ashwin in Delhi, responding to Mohan Bhagwat's remarks.
When asked to Mohan Bhagwat that whether you will make this as a national issue, he said that this is an awakening of Hindus in Tamil Nadu and we will get the desired results.
I think the understanding of the RSS of the Hindu faith in Tamil Nadu is rather limited. We are in Tamil Nadu perhaps the most Hindu of all people. We are the most orthodox people in India. We are the most religious ceremony following people and most ritualistic people. So our attending of temple events is a way of life for us. The RSS need not come and teach us what the Hindu faith is and how it has to be practiced. The Tamil Nadu also has social harmony, and the RSS is always misunderstands Tamil Nadu. They will continue to misunderstand Tamil Nadu, and that is why the BJP will always be a rejected party in Tamil Nadu, because their version of Hindutva doesn't gel well with the practice of the faith in Tamil Nadu. As far as Tirupparamkundram is concerned, communities have existed peacefully there. And these outside elements are trying to introduce newer rituals which are not part of the normal practice of the faith.
आरएसएस का चीफ मोहन भगत जी माचिस लेके तमिलनाडु पहुंच गए आग लगाने के लिए, और गांवों में, घरों में, नगरों में आग लगाने के लिए। तमिलनाडु में ये नहीं चलेगा। तमिलनाडु इनका आग लगाने वाला राजनीति का रिजेक्ट करेगा। आरएसएस का आग लगा के जलाने वाला पॉलिटिक्स का तमिलनाडु रिजेक्ट करेगी।
The Tamil Nadu government reiterates that it's not true that no lamp has been lit at Tirupparamkundram. Following the century-old custom, they say it was lit near the Uchippilliyar temple, and that they will not accept demands by outsiders disturbing what they call as communal amity between Hindus and Muslims on the ground. They've also moved an impeachment motion against Justice Swaminathan, but they argue it's not pertaining to the Thiruparamkundram verdict. And this is what Mohan Bhagavat had said in Trichy, responding to a specific question on Thiruparamkundram.
The awakening of Hindus in Tamil Nadu, I think it is enough to bring about the desired result. But if at all it is needed, the Hindu organizations are working in Tamil Nadu also. They will let us know, then we will think about it. But at present, I think the issue can be resolved here only on basis of the Hindus' strength in Tamil Nadu only. We will not need to escalate it. But one thing is pakka, that issue would be favorably for Hindus.
Mr. Mohan Bhagavat is overestimating his pull or the capacity of the RSS or the BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a place where people are very, very clear. They separate religion and politics. That is the reason for the growth of the state of Tamil Nadu. For the people of Tamil Nadu, religion is a personal matter. They won't mix it with politics. And this toxic politics of Hindutva, peddled by the RSS and the BJP, will not work in the state of Tamil Nadu. And they want to make Thiruparamkundram an example. They want to make an example out of it. And rightly, the Tamil Nadu government, the DMK government, has thwarted the attempts of the Hindutva forces to create communal tension in that area. They are trying it for the last 1 year, and they will not have any traction at all. People here want peace, communal harmony, and growth, which the BJP and the RSS cannot deliver.
एक भगवान के यहाँ दिया जलाने में जरा आपत्ति आ रही है, तो फिर क्या बोलेंगे? वोट बैंक की राजनीति कहाँ तक गई है? भगवान के सामने दिया जलाने को विरोध, जो डिसीजन लेते हैं उसको विरोध बहुत गलत चल रहा है तमिलनाडु में उसका लोग उसका पूरा बदला लेंगे।
कल अमित शाह जी ने भी बोला, शिवसेना के उद्धव ठाकरे जी भी इसको साइन करें।
देखो, जो गर्व से कहो हम हिंदू है, जो बाला साहेब ठाकरे हिंदू हृदय सम्राट उनको कहते थे, उनको ये अपने वंशज समझते हैं, लेकिन सिर्फ असंगशी संघ जो मराठी में कहते हैं, दुर्जन लोगों के साथ आने से उनको मेंटली प्रॉब्लम हुआ है और इसीलिए इसी तरह की बातें करें, हिंदुत्व ये भूल गए हैं।
Most of the parties in the opposition have come together and moved this motion, of course led by the DMK. This is like what the opposition parties and particularly BJP would like to say. It is not about any one single incident or against any people or anything like that. It is one particular judge who has acted against the constitution and acted against the secular credentials which is enshrined in our constitution. He's openly biased, openly taking certain ideologies, supporting certain ideologies.
इम्पीचमेंट की प्रक्रिया निष्पक्ष स्वतंत्र होनी चाहिए। दुर्भाग्य की बात यह है कि जब किसी व्यक्ति विशेष को कोई सुरक्षा चक्र देना होता है तो इम्पीचमेंट में खूब विलंब किया जाता है। जिन लोगों को एडमिट करना है, उस मोशन को देखना है, वो विलंब करते हैं। ये हमने पहले भी एक उत्तर प्रदेश के केस में देखा और मुझे कोई खास संदेह नहीं कि यही होगा शायद इस बार भी, जो दक्षिण भारत से आ रहा है मुद्दा।
जो इम्पीचमेंट ला रहे वो हिंदू नहीं है क्या? वो कौन है? वो भी तो हिंदू है। आर्य द्रविड़ की भी लड़ाई करोगे क्या आगे चलकर? हाँ, क्या करना क्या चाहते हो देश में? तो उन्होंने, वो हिंदू नहीं है क्या? उनके त्योहार पर मनाई करोगे तो त्योहार पे जो